Are you tired of leaving the recording studio feeling like you could have done more? As an indie musician, I know firsthand how stressful and challenging recording sessions can be. But with the right preparation and mindset, you can make the most out of your time and leave feeling truly fulfilled. In this video, I'll share my top tips and strategies for preparing for vocal recording sessions. And by the end of the video, you'll have a toolkit of techniques to help you feel more confident and satisfied with your recording. The first thing I do when preparing for a recording session is to have a game plan. Time is money, and I treat my sessions like I'm on the clock, because I am. When I book studio time, they usually bracket me for a specific time slot. As a solo act, it takes me about 4 hours to cut a track. I arrive at the studio with a clear plan of attack, ready to make the most out of my time. Bring everything you need. To have a successful recording session, I make sure I have everything I need. For me, that means bringing plenty of water and a jacket or a sweatshirt to stay warm. Once I'm in the booth, I set up my kit, which includes my Sony FX3 camera, my 24-70mm lens, coupled with a Sennheiser microphone, and my Satchler Flowtech 75 tripod legs with the video head on top. The Sony FX3 is a popular choice among filmmakers and content creators, as it's a full-frame image sensor, allows for clear and usable images and footage even in dim light, which is often the case in many studios I record in. It's even Netflix approved as a primary camera to shoot 4K originals due to its cinematography capabilities and workflow. Even if you're not accustomed to shooting in a flat log profile to maximize the dynamic range of your camera, the FX3 allows users to easily create a cinematic look without any post-production work using its S-Cinetone picture profile, i.e. you get a great look straight out of camera with no time spent on color grading. That all sounds really fancy, but I also use my phone to record YouTube shorts or Instagram reels during our session break. The day usually begins with mic setup and preamp gain staging. Once we ensure the mic is at the right height, I've got my mark correct for distance from the pop filter, and my preamp levels are straight, I make sure I have a good talkback line with the engineer. Sometimes we use an app like FaceTime, Skype, or Lander sessions to pipe in a camera feed. I also ensure I have access to my lyrics and usually use paper copies for this. Last thing you need is issues with your tech or having a digital distractor there with you in the booth, as my goal is to stay as locked in as possible to get the best takes. I tell the engineer my preferred method for working through the track, which usually means tackling some of the most vocally challenging parts earlier in the session before my voice begins to tire. Your session starts from the time you booked it, so I warm up in the car or while setting up. My warm-up routine dates back to my gospel choir days. We're talking trills, jaw-loosening exercises, humming, warm-ups, lip buzzing, slides, etc. If you feel silly, you're probably doing it right. Warming up increases the blood flow in your music-making muscles and stimulates lubrication in our joints or vocal folds. Hence, warm-ups help us execute with ease and also contribute to the prevention of music-related injuries. I also sing karaoke style one time through my entire song as another part of my warm-up. Once warmed up, I go through the track almost surgically, recording one line or phrase at a time. In about 2 hours, I can get through the track. And the last hour of my session is generally dedicated to the backing vocal part. As someone who's been singing all their life, I cannot stress enough the importance of getting enough rest before a studio session. Lack of sleep affects the quality and power of your singing voice more than you might think, while slower cognition means we might forget lyrics or make mistakes more easily. Also, a tired voice is more prone to damage and will not be in top form. So make sure to plan for a successful day in the studio. Moving on to working with an engineer or producer. It's so important to establish a positive and comfortable relationship early in the creative process. Onboarding is so key here, as no one should be ridiculed for wanting to try something a different way or cut a take, etc. You want the best engineer you can afford, but if the experience is gonna be hot garbage, I would rather have the hungry intern looking for a shot to work with clients. When giving feedback to your mixing engineer, be professional, i.e. be specific. Instead of "let's do it again," which can be vague, go with "let's take it from the line into the wind. Learn the lingo. Punch me in here. Can we skip to the chorus too? Let's tackle the bridge." Understand it's perfectly normal to record the same line multiple times, but at a certain point, it's diminishing returns. Know when to move on. Once I've recorded my vocals, I head into the mixing room with my engineer and listen to the track played back after they produce a rough mix. I always walk out of the studio with something, as so should you. The last thing you want to do is obsess over every part in the studio and having nothing to show for the day's efforts while you await the final mix from your producer. Now, suppose you write write your music like me, or you work with an excellent team of musicians. In that case, you can prepare emotionally by building rapport with your team. It's okay to catch up and be friendly, especially during creative briefs. You've got to be vibing by the time you step into the studio so you can put your all into the song. As for mental preparation, be confident in your craft. Everything I've written captures a certain feeling. I'm excited to release something that comes from nothing out into the world. The idea that my words could inspire others or put them in a better mood is reason enough to get out there and book the studio time. If you're feeling nervous or anxious, close your eyes. You are paying for the space, so be professional and comfortable. I usually wear my own merch and really comfortable shoes since I sing standing up as you should. And I try not to have anything scheduled immediately after my session so I don't inadvertently make myself feel rushed. Have confidence that the thing you created is worthy. For me, that means living in my purpose and doing what God placed me on this earth to do. If you're ready to take your indie recording sessions to the next level, download my free PDF guide now and get a handy checklist of items to bring and sample schedule to help you make the most out of your studio time. In this guide, I share valuable tips and tricks for preparing for a vocal recording session, including the essential equipment you need to bring to the studio, how to warm up your voice and get in the right mindset, a sample schedule for a typical recording session from setup to tear down, pro tips for staying focused and productive during long recording sessions. Plus, as a bonus, you'll also get access to my exclusive recording session planner, which you can use to customize your own schedule and stay on track during your next studio session. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and leave a comment below with your thoughts. And remember to check out my next video where I'll discuss the next steps for releasing your next single. My name is Geryah Dingle. Continue using your talents for good.
I love the simple things when I wake up in the morning.